I shot an arrow in the air. She fell to earth in Berkeley Square.
Oh, I absolutely love that film. I really do. It is, I think, really my favourite film of all time. Such a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. You're probably wondering what it was, though, right? I'm going to tell you in a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome to and welcome back to my channel, BookTime with Elvis, with me, Mark. And I hope very much that you're doing very well. It's been a while, over a week since I made a video, probably, excluding the lives. And today I've come back to make a video because I just finished a book. And the book that I read is very much related to the film clip you saw. The film you saw is the 1949 film Kind Hearts and Coronets, starring Dennis Price and Alec Guinness in an unprecedented 8 roles, including Lady Agatha, as you saw there in the clip. It really is a great film. Very dark, very dry, very British, and very good. And it is a film that's loosely based on the book Israel Rank, the autobiography of a criminal, published in 1907 and written by Roy Horniman. However, the edition I've got decides to go with the more popular title that came from the film, which is, of course, as I've already said, Kind Hearts and Coronets. Although the film is actually only really loosely based on this book. There are similarities, of course, a lot of similarities. I mean, you can certainly tell the film is based on this book. However, it's not exactly the same. There are different twists and things at the end. There's different methods of murders. The names are changed. And of course, the racial background and identity of the protagonist is also changed. This was written in 1907. Anti-Semitism wasn't a big deal in those days. And so the protagonist in this book is half Jewish on his father's side. Whereas in the film, they make the protagonist half Italian, as it seems to have gone down better, especially as the film came out not long after the Second World War, and, you know, certainly wouldn't have been as acceptable, rightly or wrongly, to have any form of anti-Semitism in it. You're wondering probably what the book is about. I'm going to talk about the book, not so much the film, in terms of the storyline. I will say that it could be an instance where the film is maybe slightly better than the book, but they are different. They're different enough to both be to both have their own merit. So if you watch the film and or read the book, you will not lose out in any way at all. In fact, I think it will only reinforce things for you. I've watched the film and known the film for many, many years, since childhood. And perhaps in some ways it slightly spoilt this for me because it had set my expectations, and of course I could only visualize the characters as they were from the film. So if you haven't seen the film, maybe read the book and then get out there or download or whatever you have to do the film and watch it. You will laugh and cry and be rather shocked, perhaps, at how bloody it is, really, at least in terms of suggestion. And the book is no different. It is full of mayhem and dark humour and bloody murder. Why? Well, the young Israel Rank, as I said, his father is Jewish, travelling salesman. His mother is a member, albeit a slightly distant member, of a British aristocratic family, and she makes him aware of this fact. His father passes away when he's fairly young, and his mother dies when he's in his late teens and early 20s. He's mentioned the fact that he's distantly related to this aristocratic family, to various friends and schoolmates and whatever during the course of his life. And it's written as a confessional memoir because our hero, or maybe anti-hero really, Israel Rank, is currently a guest of His Majesty's pleasure, being 1907, in prison awaiting hanging for the offence of murder. But of course, he's not just committed one murder, he's committed several murders. And the idea is he's murdering his way into the line of succession. And you have to read the book to find out how he does it, whether or not he gets away with it. Is it a great book? No. Stylistically, there are a few issues. There are a couple of maybe at least editing errors, and sometimes there's a bit of repetition. But it is a great story, and that is something, there's something to be said about that. It is a really great and fun, albeit dark, and when you really think about it, quite disturbing story, because he is a mass murderer. He is a serial killer, and he won't stop at removing innocence from his path to the succession. But the book is humorous, albeit darkly so, and I think it is well worth your time checking it out. It deserves to be remembered. It deserves to be reread. So with March Mystery Madness coming up, you can't go wrong, I think, with giving it a go. And you don't need to buy the paperback print-on-demand version. There's also a version published by Faber Finds as well. It is in the public domain, although you won't find it on Project Gutenberg, unfortunately. But you will find it on the Canadian version, Faded Pages, I believe. I might be wrong there, but definitely you can find it on Internet Archive. And to be honest, if you searched for it, you'll probably be able to find it because it is in the public domain, as I say. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get a hold of, and it won't cost the earth either. So it's definitely, for me, a corker, and well worth you checking out if you're looking for something to read for March Mystery Madness that isn't particularly heavy going. I mean, it's only, what is it? It's under 300 pages. It's 262 pages and extremely readable. I really am very enthusiastic over this book, and I'm glad, because being such a lover of the film, that wonderful film Kind Hearts and Coronets, I was worried the book wouldn't live up to it, even though of course the book came out first, but it does. It holds its own in its own way, and you can certainly see how the film went ahead and perhaps to some degree improved on the book, but at least the book does, at least when they made the film, the twist and things that come at the end are different. And that, I think, means that they can survive independently of each other. And, the film really is regarded as a huge classic, whereas sadly, the book has fallen out of people's consciousness. And I think it's up to us to revive it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to leave you with a little bit about my Patreon, and if should you wish to become a patron of this channel, please follow the link below. I'm sure you might enjoy that as well. Do take care, and I shall see you all soon. All the best. Bye.